Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan. And you know what it is, people. It's the World Cup playoffs. It's that final round of qualifications. And of course, I got my boys, my buddies, my friends, my pals, my fellow panelists in the back. They're going to be coming in. Hopefully, you're going to see lots of them turning up today. Of course, you know, Hanno is there, the boy from South Africa, the Chelsea fan.
Yes, man.
My brethren, great one is in the building. Of course, you know, he's repping Germany, of course, and Portugal. Shout out to him. Big up to him. Big up to everyone in the building. Great one makes what live appearance. What's good, homie? I can't hear you, bro.
Oh,
Check your mic.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just check
bro,
the
unmute
mic.
your, check your mic and see, because I'm not hearing you. Yeah. Jump out and jump back in.
Yeah.
And see if that works. And turn the volume up. Big up, guys. Of course, we are going to be talking about the interesting qualifications that is happening right now. Of course, you know, some shade will be coming through. Of course, you know, we will be talking a little bit of smack about these teams. But of course, first up, we have some interesting, and we're going to introduce the teams. Of course, there's no particular order, so I hope no one takes offense. Whichever team comes in, it's just where they're coming in. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's just how we're going to do it because, of course, this is the qualifications. And of course, you know, we're going to start with Italy. Big, historic, four-time World Cup winners. They missed out 2018 and 2022. Historic crisis for the Azzurri. You know how it is. And it's an interesting one. And of course, we expect them to do much better. It's a team you would expect to qualify. You know, Hanno, we all would say that we expect them to qualify each and every way, shape, or form.
Especially with the talent that they have. Because look, Tonali, Chiesa is not as great as he is, or as he was. But yeah, Donnarumma for City. So they've got loads of really good players. They've got Bastoni. Yeah, almost basically Barella. You're thinking about all them guys. So yeah, no, it's crazy that they even have to go through this. But yeah, man.
Yo, can you hear me now?
100%, broski, in the building. Don't know what was happening before, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Let me use my phone. I think it's the laptop. I can't lie.
Probably it is what it is, bro. Small
Yeah.
thing.
Big up everyone. Big up Hano. Big up Marken.
Yeah, man.
Big up everyone.
Big up to Chelsea fan in the building and LFC Sai. Shout out to MUFC Rocks in the building. Says hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to the panel. Of course, guys, it's going to get very interesting. Of course, as we discuss what's happening with the Azzurri. You know, they're going to their qualification. I believe today is a game against Northern Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that the game that they played before?
The game they played before was Northern Ireland.
Right. So now it's Kosovo, right?
Yeah, Kosovo, I believe.
So that's where the interesting things comes in. Of course, you know, we don't have to mention all the legends. You know, there's Paolo Maldini, the defensive icon. Of course, Andrea Pirlo, midfield genius. Francesco Totti, the creative leader. Of course, my favorite player from Italy. I have to say, you know what I mean? He used to be a Baggio fan, but then he missed that penalty. So, you know, we have to switch up on him. But it's interesting. Current stars like Barella, he's the engine, and Chiesa, the LFC player. Of course, the LFC fans are in the building for Chiesa. They know what time is it with him. You know, a pace and direct threat, I can't really say so. Italy has not been performing really well to really say that they're doing the business. You know what I mean? It's been really difficult for them. Finished second behind Norway, forced into the playoffs yet again. Another World Cup tournament. They're unable to qualify directly. And of course, it's not looking good. I know all the Italian fans, even my boy, shout out to Gianni, talks Calcio in the building. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys that's very frustrated, just like myself. When you see Italy, you expect a top performance, you expect the best. It's a big team. You expect to take a cup home, just like Brazil. But we haven't been able to get to the dance in the last 2 times. Will this be a third strike and we're out, or will Italy finally qualify and at least try to provide a stronger performance in the World Cup than in qualifying? What are your guys' thoughts on Italy, guys?
Apologies. Just loud from the strike. Apologies. Yeah. No, I think Italy. Look, they probably have the easiest game of all of them. When you they're playing Bosnia, except maybe Turkey, they have probably the easiest of the teams. So they should win, and they should qualify. But then again, it is Italy. They have fumbled it now twice already. 2018, 2022. It's crazy. So yeah, but hopefully, I think for them, just as fans and as a country, that they do qualify, because it's good to see maybe sometimes an underdog qualify, but to see a nation like Italy, that was once a great in terms of World Cups, go this far down it's not good. It shows there's something wrong.
Hey,
So yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, bro. Great one. What your thoughts is?
yo,
Yo, what
Yeah.
your thoughts is on
listen,
on Italy
I like a
qualification?
good
You hope they
underdog story, I
qualify. You
can't
want
lie.
them to
But
not qualify.
I don't know who's Italy facing.
Or the facing Kosovo.
No, I'm
Bosnia
Bosnia.
and
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina.
Small team. This team is the team they're facing here.
yeah. I think they will go past Kosovo, and I think there is. I'm not gonna lie. I think Italians and Kosovo, there is like some beef there, because obviously Kosovo has something with Albania, so it will be a good match. I can't lie. It will be a good match, but I like a good I like a good underdog story. So I would be hating on I'm about to say Chelsea, on Italy. You get me? So that's all I'm going to say about that. And I
The
like what
Azuris, you know, is
The-
another word
I'm
for
more
blue.
concentrated.
The hate is strong.
true.
The hate
The
is
hate
strong.
is strong for the
Jeez.
Blues. You know, us Man United fans, we don't really, you know, the
Yeah.
blue side. It's hard to wear blue. You know, I don't have a blue Italy shirt. I only have white ones, just for fun facts, and black. But Bosnia Herzegovina, another team in the qualification process. They had a strong group run, edged themselves into the playoffs. Unlike Trinidad and Tobago, we were unable to edge ourselves into the playoffs. You know what I mean? Letting Curacao take the only spot. Jamaica got there. It was not pretty, guys. It was not pretty. You know, but Bosnia and Herzegovina, a young team, their legends consist of Ednan Dzeko. He's a national hero of current and physical direct play would be their style. It's not one of those nations that have a really strong history. Their first qualification was in 2014. My nation qualified, 12 years before they even thought about qualifying. So it was an interesting one for them. You know what I mean? Now they play that counter-attacking style. They're a set-piece threat, and they're known for passionate Balkan fan culture. It's going to be interesting. I mean, they pose a certain threat. Of course, they got themselves there. They will be having that, that feeling, that energy of we must qualify, do or die sort of spirit going into the game tonight, because all the UEFA games in Europe will be decided tonight. The Intercontinental games will be decided tomorrow. But of course, tonight is where Europe decides their 4 finalists that take up 4 of the remaining 6 spots in this current World Cup 2026 of 48 teams.
Mark,
Yo,
I think the games are tomorrow. The games are tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It says tonight, bro.
31st.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
31st.
No, I think maybe it's 31st. It's tomorrow.
Shout out to
Germany is
Drex
playing
in the
today, but that's a
building.
friendly.
Well, tomorrow. I guess all the games are
Big up.
tomorrow. Makeup plays tomorrow.
Yeah.
Definitely will be checking that out, guys. You know, possibly might even have to watch along for that, depending on the time if it's not too late. It's supposed to be about 10 p.m. Let's just see. You know what I mean? So tomorrow is the games, but they all decided. And of course, definitely we're gonna see some who is making the last round, and of course, who's gonna make up the groups that are waiting players. Italy possibly going into an interesting group. You know what I mean? Same possibilities lie there in for Jamaica as well. Of course, let's get to Sweden because, you know, we know that they are facing another European powerhouse in Poland later on. And Sweden, history for them, 1958 finalists in the World Cup, biggest moment in their history. And they usually qualify because of consistent performances. Of course, this term, they barely got themselves into a playoff. You know what I mean? Their legends consist of the great Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course. They have a balanced, disciplined style. And of course, their current players and stars would be the likes of Isak, Victor Gyökeres, Anthony Langer, and Morten Humlensen. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually qualify. They are never die team that are very structured and efficient, and they rarely collapse under pressure. I don't know if anyone favors them in their game, but I'm hoping they get knocked the hell out of there. Just to be fair, you know what I mean? Shout out to everyone watching. You know what I mean? All the Arsenal fans, up the Reds, bro. I know. What are your thoughts, bro?
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Up the Reds.
What do you mean
Bro,
up
we
the
are
Reds,
Manchester
though?
United, the real Reds.
Oh, okay.
Get it?
Bro, you said Arsenal.
I
big up
thought you
Arsenal,
said you
up the
meant
Reds.
Liverpool for a second.
That's
No, bro. I'm always bigging up Manchester United
nah.
Reds, bro, because we are the only Reds. Arsenal is the fake Reds, bro. Come on, get with the program. Have you never seen me do this before? I always say this to Waffle Done, bro. Every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's.
But yeah, Sweden. That's gonna be probably one of the games of the like of all the 6 games. That's probably one of the biggest games because both teams aren't too bad, Sweden and Poland. And like you said, Sweden have got the stars, they just don't deliver. So they just need to deliver for 90 minutes. Just one game deliver. World Cup, you made the World Cup. That's fine. Like World Cup, that's only like a month and 2 months away. So then you can just about the World Cup later and what you're gonna do there. But just to like just turn up for this one game. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult, I reckon, for Sweden if they don't turn up.
Shout out to Blocks Wombat in the building. Yo, great one. Any hate for Sweden or you
Yo.
got love for them?
Obviously, big up my man, Victor Lindelof. You get me, the Iceman. But there's a striker that they have that I don't like. You get me? I just don't like that striker. And obviously, they're playing Poland, innit? And listen, Lewandowski versus Gyökeres, like, I don't know who would make a better tournament. Like, I won't lie, maybe we need Sweden in the tournament. We need a team. Like, you get me? Every World Cup, there's always that team that overperforms. You get me? Like a striker does sound good. You get me? And I don't see Poland doing it. Poland have been at the World Cup bare times and have not done anything. Lewandowski goes and scores one penalty in a meaningless game. So I want to see what Gyökeres and Isak are up to at the World Cup, fam. You get me? So yeah, that's my thing. Like I rather Sweden go through. The Iceman. Is he still the captain of Sweden?
I
Victor
believe
Lindelof.
he is
Is it
still.
still
I believe Lindelof
Oh,
is still the captain, or it could be Morten Humlan. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen them in the last couple of games. To be
I
fair,
know he
but
was
we
the
will be
captain like
watching
2 years
tomorrow.
ago.
Yeah, he
could have been
was. He
demoted.
was the
I
last
don't know.
World Cup captain as well, I believe. You know what I mean? But it will be interesting. They
Yeah.
placed Poland, of course. We talked about, Lewandowski. I mean, it's interesting that, they're historically qualified. They finished third in 1974 as well as in 1982. You know what I mean? But have not been able to get back to that level since then. You know what I mean? Qualification has been a narrow entry for them. It was an interesting one for them. And of course, hopefully they do better. Of course, their legends consist of Robert Lewandowski, who's also their current attack built upon. And it's weird because he has not been able to take them to the heights that they were in 1974 or 1982, but he is their known legend. Of course, there's also Blaszczykowski. If you know who he is, he was a famous winger. And of course, I think the other guy name is Blaszczykowski. I could be murdering their last names, but you know what I mean? I can't. So forgive me. I'm from the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? But they have a direct style. Of course, fun fact, historically strong in knockout qualifiers. So you might not get your way, Sweden fans. You know what I mean? Because the poor team, if there's one thing I can attest to, is when they go and get tough, they somehow deliver. They find a way. And of course, I don't hope that they win. Someone might hate me for saying this, but whatever. I'm not a Poland fan, to be fair. Big up to Ray Carl in the building. Shout out to Chelsea fan as well. But, great one. What are your thoughts on Poland's chances? Because I know you said you would like to see the team of Sweden, but you cannot underlie or underscore the ability of Robert Lewandowski. He does kind of come up with finishes when you least expect it.
I have a question. When you ask what are my expectations of Poland, do you mean in the World Cup or do you mean in this?
No, I mean in this qualification game because they're not there yet. They have to win. If they don't win, they're out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I hear you. Yeah, it will be a good game. Obviously, it will be a good game. It will be close. It will go in penalties. And the thing is about Lewandowski, you say he turns up, but the thing is, every time I see him playing for Poland, because he needs service. Lewandowski is a guy who's used to playing with Robben, Ribéry, Rafinha, Yamal, like always somebody creating for him. Did he play with Aubameyang at Tottenham? I'm not sure, but he always has a winger, Marco Reus, creating for him. And Poland, he always struggles in Poland because they don't have that. You get it? So that's why I'm saying it's going to be it will be a 50-50 game. It will be one of those tight games. No one wants to make a mistake. Extra time, penalties. And I don't know who has better penalty takers. Probably Sweden has better penalty takers because Gyökeres can take a pen. And I think in general, I just think they have better penalty takers. Lewandowski is a good pen taker, but that's the only Poland player I know.
Oh, you don't know the other players in Poland? That's what's happening with you.
That's
bro. Poland have this striker who was playing for. Poland have this striker who was playing for. He was playing for AC Milan.
Well, say his name,
and then
bro.
he moved to
say
Leipzig, I believe.
What's his name?
Well, go on, give him a chance. I'm going to give you his name now. Piatek. And Christian Piatek is a problem, bro.
I know him. He's
a problem king.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't get tired with Piatek, bro. And then I think the other guy is Polish too.
Lucas Piszczek or something.
Piszczek is another Polish player, but they have this guy who plays in the Premier League who's also Polish.
The West Ham guy, Tomasz Suchek.
Yes, the West Ham guy.
Yeah, but I say penalty.
Suchek is Czech.
I know they can take pens.
Not Suchek, boy.
Yeah, Suchek is Czech. Yeah, Suchek is
not
Czech.
Suchek.
Mati Cash.
Mati Cash. And they have our former youth man who used to play for us. You forget? The one who you all was hoping to come into the team. He's played defensive midfield.
The goalkeeper, right?
No, Ali Joffrey. Sammy Ali Joffrey.
No, I don't know that one still. I can't lie.
Kivio plays for Poland.
Kivio also plays for Poland from Arsenal, if you don't know.
Kivio, yeah. I know Kivio. I don't even think he plays for Arsenal anymore.
I don't know where he is. Where is he? Porto.
Maxi Oyedele. My bad.
Oyedele.
Maxi Oyedele.
He's a bowler. He's from
He
Poland.
plays for Poland as well. He's played for the national team.
Dang.
So it's going to
The
be
thing
very
is,
interesting. That's why I told you,
the,
bro. You can't sleep on Poland. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you.
It's
The
going to
thing
be
is,
an
Mark,
interesting game, of
you,
course. You know what I mean? But
I hear
now
you.
this is where it gets warm, folks, because we're going to take a little trip down to my side of the planet where it's warm all year round in the tropics, where it's sunny and there's always sand and sea. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, interesting team. Not my home nation, of course. I hope to qualify, but I was unable to make it there. You know what I mean? But Jamaica, an interesting team that's currently one of the powerhouses in CONCACAF as we speak. And going into the group stage, they were qualification previously in the 1998 World Cup in France, where they were a rising powerhouse team as well. Very pacey, heavy attack. The Reggae Boys, as they are fondly known. They're legends who played in that World Cup were like the likes of Ricardo Gardner. He also played, I believe, for Bolton Wanderers in the Premier League. Whitmore, Dixon, Lawrence, all of them Premier League players, you know, for various teams in the Premier League, Sheffield Wednesday and the like, Coventry as well. It gets very interesting, folks. You know what I mean? Of course, their new stars, Ravel Morrison and Leon Bailey, leading the charge for the Reggae Boys. And tonight and tomorrow night, they take on DR Congo. Of course, you
like
know DR
Carrington.
Congo, folks. Huh?
And I said like Carrington, Ravel Morrison.
Yeah, Ravel Morrison, La Carrington. You know what I mean? He's an interesting player. He is the reason why they're where they are. Showed up very big in their last qualification game when they played against. Bro, you need to mute your mic, bro. I don't know where you get that echo coming from. Hano. Yeah. So it's one of those things, folks. It's going to be interesting, of course. Great one. You know, Joe Blackman was supposed to be here. I don't know where he is. You know what I mean? I was hoping that he would come here and give us a little bit of rundown on his home nation. Maybe I should call him up and see where he is because he should be live here, but he isn't. Let me call Joe Blackman.
As you call him up, it's just funny seeing a mid-off between Chelsea and Liverpool in the comments, bro. Life is good right now. They're in the comments arguing who's worse. You get me? Who's more trash? It's funny.
Yo, Joe.
Life is good right now as a United fan.
Joe. Where you at, bro? We live. It's the Jamaica segment of the stream. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there in a minute. 1 second. Bots is live. Everybody's live at the same time.
Butts knows I'm going live. He shouldn't be doing this thing, bro. He knows that there's World Cup stream right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Caribbean people, bro. You can count on us to be late. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, but it's the truth.
I have an idea what Joe is doing. I have an idea.
Possibly. I'm not too sure, but we'll come back to Jamaica, of course. Let's talk a little bit about DR Congo while we give Joe some time to get himself into the studio. DR Congo, African physicality and flair, strong tournament pedigree. As you can see, they had some very good performances in AFCON. They went pretty far. I think they could have done themselves one further and get themselves maybe into past the semifinals at least. But, you know, they weren't able to get those critical goals and they conceded, you know, in some poor moments. But at the end of the day, you know, an interesting team, DR Congo. You know what I mean? Very, very interesting. Got the stars of the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bongonda. If you know that right winger, the number 10, he's a certain problem. Of course, their striker, Senesco, he could do better. You know what I mean? It's not the best striker. I think he's a little bit frustrating to watch. You know what I mean? But they have some interesting talent, of course. Some former Man United players as well, playing in the center, in the heart of their defense. You know what I mean? So it could get interesting. Hano, you know, this is your segment. This is your team. Where's Hano?
Yeah.
He's disappeared.
Yeah. No, DR Congo, they are one of the best teams in Africa right now, of course. It didn't turn out the way they probably wanted to. The AFCON came up against a very strong Algeria team. and possibly could have sent it to what do you call it, penalties and extra penalties, because they considered later on in extra time. I feel like this will be one of a matchup that Jamaica will be used to. If you look in terms of the Caribbean teams that are also very strong defensively, they sit back against that. Let's
Shout
just
out.
give.
Shout out to Ray Carl Brown in the building, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Ray. Sorry to
Yeah,
cut you,
right.
Hano, but you know what I mean. Lebo
Big up, Ray.
Salford has just became a member. Abs end to end as well. That's what Danish. Wow, Danish Iqbal Zagu is also a member. Big up to Nick Faildy. Haven't seen him in a while, and shout out to Matt in the building.
Yeah.
Irish Pit Terrier. Big up to you, broski, and shout out again to Ray. Thank you so much, my bro. Always doing the big contributions. Shout out, bro. Guys, back to
Big up,
what you
Ray.
were
Big up, Ray.
saying.
No, I think this could be Jamaica will be used to this kind of matchup. A team that is physically strong, does sit back at times. So, but it will be difficult for Jamaica in terms of physicality. And the defending set pieces, that's one thing I know Jamaica is not the best at, and DR Congo is really good at set pieces. We saw that in the World Cup, in AFCON, with I think they scored at least like one or at least like 4 goals from corners and stuff. So no, this is gonna be a very good game in my opinion. It will be a good game, but I don't know how many goals there will be. That's the only thing. Because Jamaica's attack sometimes is just off it. And DR Congo has got that great defense. So yeah, but the matchup I think is good. Both teams match up well against each other. DR Congo, definitely gonna support them. Hopefully they get into the World Cup and then show up, because I feel like they can definitely be one of the contenders to at least go far for African teams.
Well, I kind of had to get a slight pushback here, because Joe, he ain't reached yet. Eyes are Trini, but Jamaica ain't going down like that, King. You hear what I telling you? And I had to say this to you, broski. You're right. You know, I think DR Congo is the better team when it comes to set pieces, but when it comes to open play, I think Jamaica certainly has a better attack, a stronger attack with the likes of Leon Bailey, Cephas on the left-hand side. Of course, they have, you know, Omari Hutchinson on the bench. They have a lot of interesting attackers in this Jamaica team, bro. Do not get it twisted. And I think from open play, Jamaica will hurt DR Congo, because we have seen, while DR Congo has a strong defense, they have been susceptible down the left-hand side. And then they will be having to deal with not only the left-hand side, they have to deal with Leon Bailey coming down the right. So I think you need to look out for this Jamaica team. They may not be good at set pieces, which
down Leon Bailey.
Wan-Bissaka playing on the opposite side of the pitch, bro.
Leon Bailey plays on the right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka was on the other side. That's true.
Exactly. And then they have Ravel Morrison, and I think Ravel Morrison is probably the best midfielder on the pitch, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't really think that, you know, the midfielders that the Congo have are that great. I think they need someone in the midfield, and I think Ravel Morrison is going to provide a very big handful for them to deal with in that midfield. And he's very creative. You know that. We know that. I'm not saying that it makes them a stronger team, but I still think that they are very dangerous in this matchup against a DR Congo.
I hear you.
Big up.
I
Huh?
hear you. It will be a tough game. I won't lie. It will be a tough game. But me personally, I think Congo win that game, like 3-1 or something. It will be hard in the beginning, but I feel like Congo,
Jeez.
with the experience and the energy and the pace, it will be too much
Uh,
for Jamaica to
Has
handle. You get it?
3-1
has
is
Congo ever
mad.
made a World Cup?
No, but they went
Jamaica has.
past Nigeria. I'm pretty
No,
sure they
but
beat
Jamaica's
Nigeria to
made a
reach the
World Cup. You know that,
qualifiers.
right?
No,
Jamaica has
no,
qualified for the World Cup previously.
I know, I
Yeah.
understand what you mean, but so has Nigeria, and Congo took them out. You get me? Congo took out
Interesting.
Nigeria. I think they took out Cameroon as well.
Um,
Who did they beat? They
yeah,
beat
Congo
Cameroon
has
or
made the
something.
World Cup before. Just letting everybody know. 1974,
Uh,
they made the World Cup.
I didn't know that, but that's not even what I meant. I meant like right now, this team is so good defensively, and Nigeria saw it, Cameroon saw it. These are two teams that everybody expected to beat Congo and reach the World Cup. And Congo told them, no, we are going to the World Cup. They took Algeria to extra time and they needed a last minute goal in extra time to beat Congo. You get me? In the
I mean,
120th
but
minute.
I think seeing that Saudi Arabia has beaten Algeria as well. I don't think Algeria is such a good team. My team has beaten Saudi Arabia, bro. So it's like and Jamaica beat me. So
And
Man is
Congo
trying to
drew.
do
Congo
the.
drew with the African champions.
yeah, they
No, wait, I have a
have.
Whoa.
question. I have a question. I have a question, Mark. Is Jamaica your second country or something? Like, I've never seen you defending
Yeah.
Jamaica. You're always beefing them. What's
Bro,
happening to
the
them?
Jamaican fans not in the building. I had to represent for CONCACAF. This is the World Cup, bro. When it comes down to it, CONCACAF over everybody else, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Trinidad, you know, bro. So the closest thing to me is Jamaica.
This guy, bro.
I
This
can't
guy is
support
always
Netherlands B
beefing with
really.
Jamaica, bro.
Yeah, I will beef Jamaica when it's time to beef Jamaica, but right now Jamaica representing CONCACAF King. Yeah, Jamaica representing
I hear you.
CONCACAF. You dig? So we had to support the reggae boys. Soca and reggae just go together, bro. Without Calypso, it would have no Bob Marley. So we go hand in hand, whether they like it or not. They had to admit it. You know what I mean? We gave them reggae. They brought dancehall. We all party to soca. It's one family in the Caribbean, you know, my G. You know what I mean? It's just we don't really
I
speak
hear
Dutch,
you.
and there's a whole
I,
Dutch
I,
team from Curacao. It's interesting. We will still get them a little support,
I
of
thought it.
course.
I thought it's tribal. You get me? I thought it's tribal, like Nigerian Ghana.
It is, but I not in the World Cup, and I can't have all it down in my Caribbean team, bro. Them from the
Yeah,
Caribbean, so I can't let the
but the
African team just.
Nigerians, but Nigerians
Yeah,
don't want Ghana to do
we
well.
different in the Caribbean. We beef intermittently, but when it comes to outside, we together as one against all comers, bro. Yeah, that's how we
That's the
do it.
way, innit?
That's the way. These small nations will say what we to do. We got to band together against the bigger oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Roblox says DR Congo will qualify. It will be interesting. It will be interesting.
Bigger
You know what I mean?
oppressors is crazy. Saying oppressors is crazy.
Bro,
That's mad.
we are tiny islands, bro. Like, we could all fit into South Africa, I believe. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. Together. If you join us up together, we could all fit into Africa. Probably. In South Africa. Just that place alone. So, yeah, everybody bigger than us. They could oppress us, bro. They're bigger. They're mighty. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of
someone
those
needs
things,
a
bro.
timeout. Whoever
Who's
said
that?
South Africa wins the World Cup needs a timeout. I can't lie.
Nems. That's Nems, bro.
Nems needs a
He's a
timeout.
Liverpool fan. What do you expect? They're a little bit,
Yeah,
mental. You know
like
what I mean? They
slot,
talked about winning
like
a quad, a quintuple, and now they're studying if they go and finish 6th or 7th. And I told them that at the beginning of the season. They didn't believe.
I saw him beefing a Chelsea fan saying, "Yeah, you'll finish 8th. Big man thing. You spent 500
France is
million. You talk
also a
about
strong
8th.
candidate for real. For real.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, we will be discussing that coming on Roblox Gamer Boy. Of course, there will be every Wednesday going forward from now, we'll be doing a group introduction of all the different teams and giving you guys, a bit of a history of the teams and a little bit of the introduction to the new players that will be leading these teams. You know what I mean? And shout out to Rikal again with his 15-month membership. You know what he says? In sports, Caribbean people come together. We are tiny, but we have a big voice. You know what I mean? Usain Bolt and the likes of these guys. And, as I mentioned, Usain Bolt, guess who shows up? Joe Blackman, people. He's in the building. Bro, I'm catching strays all over the place defending Jamaica here, bro. And you see Isaac Trini. And
what do you mean?
These brothers here, these two are brothers here, yeah, telling man them that they expect DR Congo to walk over Jamaica 3-1 for the very least.
Over.
Bro.
All right. Do you know what? I wasn't sure if I was going to do the watch along, but now I'm definitely sure I'm going to do the watch along tomorrow. Yeah. I swear to God, yeah. Jamaica is going to, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It's going to be one of our hardest matches so far, right? But we will escape with that win, bro. Yeah. Our defenders are too good. Come on, and we got the attacking power, bro. Think about our lineup. The people that we can actually put on the pitch.
Will be bare tears. I can't lie.
It could be, but Joe, I telling these guys, right? You all have Leon Bailey. You all have, Ravel Morrison. You also have Deshaun Whisper. It also have, Cephas coming on the left hand side, and also,
bro, he's a danger.
Yeah, and it also had the other guy who playing at where's he club he playing at now?
Lincolnshire.
Yeah,
you talking about
them.
The guy that's playing for Lincolnshire. Listen, basically, yeah, most of our top tier players, right? They play around the Premier League, or if not, in the Bundesliga or in the Italian league. They're all top tier players, bro. Yeah. How much of DR Congo players can say the same? Well,
my favorite player from DR Congo, he just played.
That's the only one, bro. That's the only one. Yeah?
No, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not Fosu Mensah. What's the brother name?
Who?
The other defender. The defender. The other defender who used to play for Man United.
Twanzebe.
Oh, Twanzebe plays there too. Okay, fair enough then. I used to like Twanzebe. He was a bad boy still. Yeah, but listen, we got man like Pinnock, bro. Like, let's just be honest. Yeah, our attacking and our defense is solid. Yeah. If there's one thing you have to say, the attack and our defense are solid players that you could definitely count on in times like this where we need a win. Yeah? Let's just be honest.
That's Scorpion. I can't lie.
Well, we'll see, innit? We'll see come tomorrow.
When
yeah?
the Saka better still.
Sorry
to
interrupt you.
I don't know about you, man, them, but I had a back Jamaica in this game because no way, bro. Jamaica cannot go to them playoffs and not get through, bro. Because if I had gone to them playoffs, bro, I would have smacked up them teams, bro. I promise you. Yeah,
bro, we're going World Cup. Just wait for it. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there, innit? Yeah, and then then the World Cup can be nice. Yeah, don't forget as well. When we come, we bring the spice and everything nice, innit? So just at least we'll bring the vibe. Yeah,
bro, if it had no soca, it must have dance all in the World Cup, bro. It didn't go on no parties. I promise you, it will miss out.
For the vibes, we need Jamaica at the World Cup. For the vibes,
yeah, bro. If you do have Trinidad, you need Jamaica. If you do have soca, you must have reggae and dancehall. Promise.
Brother, listen to me. Nobody can't.
We've got Curacao. We're good.
Shut up.
Yo, bro. What take Curacao over?
It must be mad. Hey, listen, yeah, I'll tell you this right now, yeah. At the Unity Cup, we had Ghana, yeah. We had Jamaica, right? We had Nigeria, yeah. Brother, when I told you nobody else was vibing like the Jamaicans, we lost. We lost, bro. We lost the Unity Cup. Yeah?
To Nigeria, but
we lost to Nigeria. And guess what? Guess who was outside? And guess who KG was partying with? Guess what? The Jamaicans. That's right, because we bring the vibe, bro. Yeah, Curacao don't bring the vibe. I'm sorry, Trinidad, but only not bring the vibe like we bring the vibe either. Yeah?
Oh, wait. Catch yourself, bro. We gave you the vibe. If it wasn't for the music teacher from Trinidad, it'd have no reggae. You know that?
Brother, you guys was there at the Unity Cup as well. You didn't do nothing.
You draw with me, bro. What are you talking about?
But he didn't do nothing. Yeah.
Bro, it was an experimental team. Calm down now, bro. My team going through a drastic rebuild like right Man United right now.
I was about to say, how much rebuild you gonna go through before you get the
Bro, they
building?
sacked Dwight York, you know. Dwight York leave. So right now, it all shambles. It's back to shit. You understand? So hopefully 2030 will be a different story. But right now, I back in Jamaica for this World Cup.
Mark,
Because I'm my Caribbean representation.
you have to suffer. You have to suffer.
Hey, you know, bro, I was suffering at Man United and I was living in Soca Warriors because we was doing well. Now, they fired the separation. I'm happy. Now they fired Dwight York. It's like, Jesus Christ. I can't have it both ways.
Well, I'm telling you this, yeah. At least you had someone decent you could depend on to give tactics, yeah. That's our problem right now at Man United, isn't it? Yeah, we've got nobody. I think leadership-wise, in terms of manager, we need to do better. But we're gonna still get there, just because the players know what to do, bro. The players know what to do. Don't worry about that. This is one of the best Jamaican teams. You know that, right? Since in a long time.
They have a lot of talent, but the biggest problem with that Jamaican team is, I think, you know, what happened with the team, they're not as proactive as former Jamaican teams. That's the only thing I would say about this Jamaican team.
Yeah.
Because I expected Jamaica to destroy Curacao. If you all had beaten Curacao, I would be in the playoffs and you would already be in the World Cup, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's why I was watching the games, bro. Like, they did let us down. If I'm being honest with you, yeah, I don't think like McLaren was the right person anyway. Yeah, I never thought McLaren was the right person for Jamaica in terms of being able to bring us like to anything serious. You know, we'll get to the World Cup maybe, but then what we're gonna do then? Like,
but you see, the problem wasn't really McLaren, bro. Because if you look at it like this, if your players had pride, they would have won some of them games, bro. Curacao had nothing to offer. They luckily, you know, just because they beat y'all is how they qualified.
I feel like the players didn't feel like they had to turn up. You know, when people, you know, like when Man United don't pull up for certain games that we never used to pull up, right? And because they expect to win the game. And that's where you go wrong, isn't it? Because when the other team's given 100% and looking like they deserve a win, it's only going to go that way. Do you understand me?
Yeah. Hey, Ed, I am Titanium. We wait here on this, bro. Iraq and Jamaica. Fire burn them other teams, yeah? You know what we just said?
Who we supporting? So what? Listen, yeah? In the World Cup then, Trini man, who are you watching? Who are you backing in the World Cup?
Bro, I doing Mexico watch-alongs. I will do some Curacao. I'll do the Curacao watch-alongs too. And of course, I'll watch Jamaica too, but as an Italian fan. So if it's not Trini, it's Italy. So
don't you live in Germany?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you live in Germany?
Bro, listen, yeah. I was that guy that celebrated when Italy beat England. You know, in England, I was in a bar. I had to run. But, you know what I mean? It probably will be the same thing this year, bro. If Italy qualify and beat Germany, I probably will be that guy in the bar celebrating when Italy score and had a run on the bar.
You ain't coming well, so we're not going to see Mark anymore then if Italy go picture. We won't see Mark anymore. It's not like
for that deportation, bro. Prepare for that deportation, bro. You're deported.
Bro, listen, yeah. When Italy scored our winning goal, I don't care who.
Brother, is it Italy
the only
to get
team
into the
I
World
will
Cup?
will not celebrate for as if they score against Trinidad and Tobago, bro.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Like, is Italy even qualified yet?
Italy play Bosnia.
No, they're playing tomorrow in the final qualification game against
they haven't
qualified yet. And you think they're gonna score goals against Germany? No, bro.
Killer, let me tell you something about Italy, yeah, bro. In a tournament, it's not the team you want to play, bro. Trust me. Especially when they get to knockout rounds, you don't want to play Italy, bro.
I'm not being funny, bro. Qualifying
for
for the
World Cup trophies, Italy having no king. 4, you know. Italy have 4 trophies, you know.
Qualifying, yeah. So what? What I'm saying to you is this: we're talking about Italy now. Yeah, they didn't qualify for the last World Cup. Yeah, they didn't qualify for the World Cup before that, did they?
No, they didn't.
If
they
missed qualify, the last 2. If they don't qualify for this World Cup, so you're telling me they're not taking the World Cup serious? Are you trying to tell me what you're trying to say then? Because what you said, oh, they're not the team you want to play in a cup competition, brother. Qualifying for the World Cup is a cup competition. I don't care if they're doing it by league. Just winning your games. If you can't win your games, you're not even playing the biggest teams yet. You should be getting
Yo,
through them
we
games.
did.
You're big
We
boy
are there.
Italy. You're big
Listen.
boy Italy, fam.
Relax, bro. Don't talk all that smack because listen, when you do qualify, your opening game is against CR7 and Bruno Fernandes, King. You getting cooked.
All right.
Opening
Jamaica will
game
come and
is a
stop
fucking
something.
massacre, King. Yeah. Let me
We'll
don't,
see.
let me don't make that
We'll
smoke.
We'll
I mean,
see.
it will be a massacre, bro. Promise.
You'll
I
see. That's
don't want to
when man
see it,
them will
but
turn
we'll
up
be
in
there.
it. You'll
Huh?
see when Jamaica actually pulls up for a game,
You
innit?
know,
That's what
listen,
happens.
yeah. Listen, King. Listen, King. Yeah. Let me not talk
I have
about
a question.
Jamaica
I have
because
a question for
you
Joe.
go bring out the Trini in me, bro. And if I mention this one statement here, you're done, you know. You're done. Trust me. Don't let me say what was
I have a
Jamaica.
question. I have a question for
I'm
you.
listening.
I have a question for Mr. Blackman.
I'm listening.
If England are playing Jamaica, who are you supporting?
There's no question. What do you mean? There's no Jamaica, fam. There's no, bro. I don't have a
before you
British
answer,
brother.
The party.
Brother, I don't have a British passport. I am Jamaican.
Sir Jim is watching this, bro.
Bro,
Sir
Sir Jim,
is watching
bro,
this,
I'm
bro.
the first one Sir
Sir
Jim
Jim
wants to
Be careful.
deport, bro.
Sir Jim is watching.
I'm the kind of people that Sir Jim is talking about when he says get rid of them, fam. Yeah, I'm the kind of people he's talking about, bro. Directly.
All
Yeah.
I had to say is this, yeah.
He's
If
not coming home.
Mason Greenwood playing for Jamaica, I would be worried if I was an England fan. I'm just saying that. Because if Mason Greenwood was to be on the pitch, I think England lose. I just say it.
You think that he wants to play for Jamaica, though? That's the thing. He
I
wants
don't
to
know.
go back and play for England. That's what he really wants. Yeah.
I hear
That's the
Thomas
thing.
Tuchel want to call him up, by the way. And if Thomas Tuchel call him up, United is bringing him home. I heard that. That's what I could tell.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
That doesn't sound good for Ahmad though, because or Mbumo, because one of the two of them, if not both, will be sucking the bench.
But so what? As long as we got a team that can play well, fam. And at the end of the day, yeah, are we not supposed to have a squad that can compete on all levels? Yeah. So if we're bringing it back to Man United just quickly, yeah, Ahmad and that, bro, they can easily hold bench. Yeah. Why not?
Boss, is it me or is all Liverpool fans a little bit delusional?
But you know what,
This
though,
guy-
bro? I'll tell you something. England don't look good. Have England look good?
Ain't no way. Listen
Has
to me.
England
Ain't
look
no
good?
way.
Bro, has England look good? Answer
Yo.
the question. Has England look good?
Bro, England does look good. England might not look good, you know, but bro, England have real quality still.
Yeah, but it's the same thing you say about Jamaica. Just because they have quality, fam, doesn't mean that they play.
Bro, I
well.
only saying that because Mason Greenwood is generational, bro. Get to the program. I don't really 100% believe it, but I was saying it. You know,
I'm
Bro.
telling you this, yeah. Go on, sorry. Go
what's
on,
good,
go on.
Vegeta, bro?
How do I walk into this and the first thing I'm hearing is Mason Greenwood, bro? How do you work this guy into every conversation?
Bro, Jamaica. We talking about Jamaica versus England possible game.
Is he in the Jamaican squad?
Nope.
It could be in both.
So how did we get here? That's my
Bro, he was called up to Jamaica. He hasn't arrived, but he is.
Mark is
he's
desperate
listed
to
in
see him on the
Vegeta,
pitch.
that's the
Jamaican
Marken.
squad,
That's what they call the Marken bingo card, bro. He has to mention Greenwood once a show, bro. You get me?
Yo,
He has
That's
the
the
part of
Marken
time,
bingo
though.
Fellas, you know, I really didn't want to do this, but I feel like I had to take a shot, you know, bro. Telling all that.
hey. So are you guys speaking about
Somebody
the final
threw it.
between Congo and Jamaica? You know, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place with that one.
Why?
Now we hear what you had to say there, Vegeta, because you know
Because
it
like
could be
I want to support my fellow African, right? But at the same time, for the sake of like having fun on streams, I feel like I need
Come
Jamaica
on.
there.
Come on, hey, drop a bomb. You know this, bro. Come on,
Like
let's be honest.
we need to have the representation and to enjoy our streams properly. That's why I'm just like, look, I've qualified, I've done my business. So Congo, if you qualify, if you don't, really, I'm leaning towards Jamaica qualifying, just to make it interesting.
I haven't got my
I'm with
soundboard
you.
where I
The
am.
vibes.
Yo,
This is
The
what I'm
vibes,
saying.
the
You need
vibes
to
of
make it
Jamaica
there, bro.
would be. Yeah.
listen, yeah. I'm gonna tell you something, yeah. But I know Vegeta was coming with that one because obviously DR Congo is a good team and it's a strong team, and it might potentially be a threat to South Africa. So I think Vegeta would say that because he might think he could get over
No.
Jamaica.
Personally, if they were a threat, they would have qualified the right way, like us.
Oh, allow it.
Personally, if we were
Nah, that's
scared of
applied to Jamaica as well.
my group had Nigeria in it, and I still qualified. So
True
Congo, I'm just saying that if I had to choose, I'm choosing Jamaica to qualify, and I've got my reasons.
Yes. I love those reasons. I don't even know what they are yet, but I love the reasons.
Bro, I hear Fred. You know, I back in all my CONCACAF representatives because I wasn't able to make it. So and then they fire my big coach that was carrying my places. Yo, Vegeta, bro. After bro, man, them was here with me watching my team suffer. We get Dwight York. We start a win. Look good. They fire the man, you know. Bro,
I was
right now, I
surprised
want
to
to
hear you when you said that, bro. I didn't know you fired your coach. That
Yeah.
was
I didn't fire the coach, you know, bro. I was begging for them to give him a 10-year contract because he was doing a madness, bro. Yeah. And not, Jamaica
No, because he won a
wanted to
trouble
buy
at
the
United.
kind of
Because
thing.
he won a
You know, he
trouble
might
at
end up
United.
Jamaica coach for the World Cup. Just
That
for
would
the
be good.
Jamaican fans. Dwight York
That'd
might
be
end up
wicked.
Jamaica.
If we
Give me
get
time.
Dwight
We'll
York,
do something.
bring
We'll do
Dwight
something.
York. You
Because
guys,
he did
you
very
didn't
well.
want your countryman. We'll take him. We'll take him. Thank you.
No, listen. When I go home, I am filing a lawsuit against the TTFA, bro, because this is a conspiracy to commit fraud. How could you hire, bro? If you see this shit, coach, bro, the man looking like.
At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, Mark, does your federation care about qualifying for anything? Because they are the ones.
Bro, listen, yeah, I will make them care. Yeah, because if we're not there in 2030, bro, anybody part of the TTFA, they better know what time it is, bro. Time to resign. Forget about everything. Migrate from Trinidad, bro. Yeah. The blasphemy that is these people, bro.
Mark said he's gonna change his nationality to German permanently.
You know what? You can always run for presidency and try, be
bro.
Trump.
Yeah, I probably will. You know what I mean? I'll have to take it into my own hands and really do a proper scene there, bro. Something.
Hey, madam, I got to jump though. My battery's dying, and I got to get ready for my show in an hour.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro.
All right, madam. All love.
Who's this man? Say Yorker Thief. Brayback. Nah, bro, you wanted him to coach Jamaica. Now you're talking about Yorker Thief. What Yorker Thief doing?
I believe
bro, them man is getting mad enough. Yeah. Elite, make sure you support you say, bro, you had to beat Congo, you know. I will be doing the watch along, bro. Don't beat up. We will be there. We will be there to see Congo get smacked up. Trust me. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
We'll be smacked up, bro. You know what,
bro? If Jamaica win 2-1, they get smacked up. You understand? Because you know what? I find these all the African brothers, all they trying to really belittle the CONCACAF rude boys.
Bro, I said to you in the group, all I saw was ops during AFCON, so I don't give a damn about my Africans, bro. All of these people are just ops, bro. They hated on South Africa for no damn reason. So if they don't qualify or win, I don't give a damn, bro.
Pay to play conspiracy. I don't know about that, bro. Imagine Dwight York was coaching TTFA, wasn't even paying Dwight York all this time. I'm telling you, Roadblocks, they wasn't paying the man. That the man has set up money. Hey, watch that. I go sort
out. Was volunteering.
No, bro. I just shout him out and give him a call and correct the whole scene. They need me right now. They need me to sort everything out. Don't worry,
They told Dwight York, you own the trouble, bro. You have money, you have bread. It's calm. Just coach for free, fam.
Bro, listen, yeah.
You own the trouble.
When
bro.
Listen to me, King. When I was about 8 or 9, bro, this brother was probably earning 300 TT dollars a week playing for Man United, bro. Yeah, that's like about 30,000 pounds, bro, a week. That's madness, King. And I was for about 12. That was about, bro. Listen, I'm madness, King. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. That man, he did well for himself. Okay. But he did was one of the best players in the world, so we can't be mad at it. That's why he had a chop on his side, bro. Yeah, bro. Come on, man. You know I'm backing up Jamaica all the time. You're trying to come and banter me here. Listen. Don't make me turn on Jamaica here, you know, and start to talk about all there, you know, and Dishon whisper and these guys and the kind of dumb shit that they do.
Mark, I warned you. I told you I told you.
Bro,
I
you know I backing up Jamaica all the time, bro. And back coming at me like if I doing them something. Anyway, we have two more
Look.
teams to talk about. The last two teams, Vegeta, glad you're here. You know what I mean? We want to
Okay.
see what's going on with Iraq. You know, this is the Asian underdog story here. A tactically
He's still
disciplined team.
going.
That I've never seen them, bro. I can't say that they're good in any way or anything like that. I can't say that. But you know, they are facing Bolivia. And you know, if you know anything about this Bolivian team, a lot of their team are actually from Argentina because they're not allowed to represent Argentina. No, because they're colored boys and whatever. So they
Can I ask an
moved to
off-topic
Bolivia.
question? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, bro.
Is Iraq allowed in America? Are they allowed to?
I was about to ask, bro. What there? Is it Iraq or Iran?
Well,
Which
I
one is not
mean,
allowed?
bro, this is the qualification. This is
No, I know
still
Iran.
the playoffs. So until they win,
No,
we
I
will
know.
discuss
If
that.
they
I can't
qualify-
answer that
if
yet.
they
They haven't
qualify-
won. If Bolivia beat them and they don't qualify, then that question means nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because they face Bolivia. And like I just said to you,
But
Bolivia
Iran-
has a style of
Uh,
football like
they-
Argentina.
They are not allowed. Iraq is not allowed currently.
Bruh, they
That's
cannot
exactly what I
stop.
just said.
Bro,
That's
so
I
what, they
just
go and
said.
tell
And they're
FIFA
playing
Iraq can't
qualifiers.
play
Now-
in the World Cup?
Now, basically, the teams will be allowed, but
What about
no
Iraq?
fans. No fans.
Ah,
from
the
those
fans.
Well, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying,
okay,
because
that's-
FIFA don't
that's
tell
not
them
bad.
what time it
That's
is
not bad.
already. Gian.
And Hano, what about Iran? Are the fans allowed for Iran?
No fans.
Or is it the same? Is it the same thing as Iraq?
Yes.
Both.
Yeah,
That's mad.
both are, I believe.
So who's that? Iran and Iraq? That is mad.
Right.
Anyway, it is what it is with those nations, bro. I can't help that. It's not our fault. We have not been there. We can't do much about that. You know what I mean? But you know what I will say to you guys is certainly going to be an interesting period because, of course, we have seen a lot of teams qualifying for this World Cup. And of course, guys, you all know that this is a brand new tournament. 48 teams, 16 more teams from the last tournament. So there's a whole 16 more teams. There's a whole lot more games. The tournament is running to a possible 7 weeks long. It's going to have a lot of games coming at you very quickly. And of course, a lot more nations to support. Guys, don't forget to drop your flags, rep your nation in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're supporting from, and which team of the World Cup that you guys are looking forward to the most. You know, for me, it's got to be the CONCACAF teams, and I'm hoping that Italy qualifies. You know what I mean? With Vegeta, I'm pretty sure it's South Africa as well as Hano. You know what I mean? Great one. He's repping Germany this round. He's the other guy that's in Germany as well. So, yeah, guys, you know what I mean? It's an interesting time.
Man. But
And I would
Iraq-
also be doing Mexico. So, you know, it's always I'm always war against.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? That certain
Ooh.
host nation team. Bro, listen
But-
to me. Mexico representing CONCACAF, bro. Have some respect.
Whoa.
Have some
You want-
respect for the T-posts.
You want revenge for 2010? It's criminals.
Bro, don't worry yourself. It coming and gain this year. Yeah? I will be there.
But when,
All I know is
when
that
we
it's South
won, yeah.
Africa and
I hear you, Mark. When we won, you will be there. So it's fine.
Yes.
Broski, I hope so. Because if you're playing against Mexico, just know it in the Azteca. I hope you guys could breathe up there. You know what I mean? I
Big
hope
ass
you
okay,
guys,
sir.
because that is 9,000 feet above sea level, bro. The air is so
it's
thin
okay.
there, you could get a heart attack running on the
Nah,
pitch.
they've played in the high fields of Joburg. They'll be fine. It's okay. I just hope they know how to deal with vuvuzelas. They mustn't complain and say we were too loud.
You had no Vuvuzuela in Mexico, King. Bro,
We are
you
bringing
wave
them.
that Vuvuzuela in the Azteca, bro. You're not going to hear it. All you go and hear is wind. I promise you. If you've never been there, bro, the Azteca is on the tippy
if
top
they are-
of a
If
mountain.
they're
They
And
mustn't
the
co-
way the stadium
It
designed,
must
bro,
not
the
be
wind is foul
excuses.
through the
It
stadium.
must not be excuses then when they lose.
Bro, it will not be, bro. Trust me.
If there are
Only
any
4
Mexican
teams in
mafias
the
watching,
history of world football in
saying
over 100
Mexico is a
years
good
ever
country.
win in the Azteca. Only 4 teams. And that don't include France, Germany, or Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Or Spain. I just want you to understand how dread it is in the. They had to ban that stadium because they don't beat Mexico there.
Well, You know, as they say, at some point history must be written, and we will be there.
But
If any
Iraq,
Mexican,
like
if
for
any
them
Mexican drug
to,
lords are watching, I'm saying
yeah,
I love Mexico. I don't stand with Vegeta and Marken. I love Mexico.
But
Big up Mexico.
I back in Mexico, bro. I host any Mexico games. I
I
don't know what
stand
you
with
say.
South Africa. Drug lords or no, you can bring them. It's okay. We will bring our guys from the Cape
Yeah,
Flats. It's all right.
Bro, listen to me.
those are the
sending
words.
these
Those are the
Mexico
words of
guys
Vegeta
to
Sama.
fight
Those
each
are the
other,
words of
man.
Vegeta Sama.
Forget that, bro. Listen, forget that one day. But guys, it was interesting,
But
and of course, you know, Vegeta. We started a bit earlier. You know, what I mean, started you know, a bit earlier. So, but I would like to hear you guys' takes on some other teams that we have not spoken about. Of course, we can talk about Germany as they're going to the World Cup, South Africa as well. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts, Vegeta, on South Africa's chances in this World Cup before we go?
Bro, real talk. My manager has me shook, bro. This guy's choices of late are not confidence inspiring. The team is good, but this guy, ever since he said he's gonna retire after the World Cup and go back home, he's been moving dodgy, bro. But I still think we can get out of that group. Whether it'll be number 2 or number 1, I'm not sure. But we'll make it out of the group.
Great
yeah,
one.
I think you can qualify
Wait,
as third.
before we was
I think you
that?
can qualify as third best as well. I think he can
I never
qualify as
say.
third best as well.
Who's that?
And I'm saying Vegeta can qualify as third best as well. That's what I'm saying.
Possibly.
Yeah, it just depends on that coach, man. If he doesn't choose the right squad, then already we are playing with a deficit because of his stupidity. But you know what? I trust my boys. I back my boys. I'm gonna be wearing my shirt and I'm gonna back them with my time because Lord, it's gonna be 2 a.m. when I'm watching these guys or 3 a.m. Lord have
Bro.
mercy.
I,
I
I'm
know.
just so I'm just
What you
glad
say?
that first game is early. If that first game was 2 a.m. and we lose the
Bro.
first game of the World Cup, bro, at least it's like at 9 p.m. It's still fine. Ooh, that's normal time, Champions League time. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, it could be interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say for particularly for sure. You know, but I do think it gets interesting because you know a lot of interesting teams, and of course, you know we are in Europe, so it's not the World Cup does not favor us. You know, it's going to be like 6 hours later than normal time because of it being in the USA. Of course, they're going to try their very best to bring it at a time that's reasonable, but it's going to be difficult for some games, especially the games that are on the West Coast. And you know, for me, I have to say, Germany, you know, they qualified. The performances have not been amazing lately. A lot of German fans are questioning, you know, Nagelsmann and his choices. But you know, Germany is that type of team that when they, you know, they don't always be one of the best performers going into the tournament, but when they get to the tournament, they seem to grow with each game stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's always been one of those things where they are very, very difficult to beat. I mean, we saw what they did to Brazil in Brazil. It was a massacre. You know what I mean? I can't even begin to say how disappointed I was in Brazil. You know what I mean? I thought Brazil would have came out hosting the tournament, firing on all cylinders, but they were destroyed, you know, by a monstrous German team. And of course, you know, the Azuri, a lot of fans might think that we're not going to qualify. But just like Jamaica, I think that they have it in them. I think that they might just get themselves into it. Big up to Luan France. She says, shout out to everyone. Happy Monday, guys. Been looking before Greenwood. Always so. Germany are my team. I don't know what's going on of late, says Bareback. You know, bro. I don't know, bro. Germany is one of those teams that have so many players that are possibly, you know, in form, possibly will turn up and show a big performance. It's all left to be seen on whether or not they will be the ones to do that performance. But it is what it is, folks. You know what I mean? So thank you for everyone joining us. It's been an interesting one. And of course, the new intros are coming for the World Cup streams, guys. You know what I mean? There's going to be a stream wide intro and, of course, my own intro. But for now, just enjoy the intro and outros that I have for you guys because, unfortunately, you know what I mean? I haven't finished them. And I'm just going to have to play one from my old intros, which is really and truly not an intro for the World Cup, but for one of my other streams. But hey, you know what it is, folks. Let me know in the comments if you like it. If you do, it is what it is. If you don't, also say so in the comments, folks. But we'll catch you all later. Your boy Marken, Vegeta in the building. Of course, Joe Blackman was here. Of course, you have the great one and Hano Sports TV. Don't forget D-Hub Sports. Smash a like when you have the chance. And of course, check out the Waffle Don. He's always here in the building. And of course, guys, come on. We're going to be here again next week. And we're going to be introducing you to all the World Cup nations, all the host nations, the representatives, each group from A straight to J. You know how it goes. Catch you later.